Hi, welcome to the Saturday Morning Show.
I'm Kristen.
And I'm Jenny. And this week we're starting things off with a timeline, if you will.
Exactly. But not just any timeline. This timeline is going to show you music artists that have performed extremities on stage.
It started with, we started the timeline with Elvis Presley.
Right. He performed Hound Dog in a very bluesy rhythm in 1956 in the Milton Berle Show.
And from there, it just progresses on, and then you get to Miley Cyrus, and boy, has it changed.
Yeah. Music, entertainment, pop culture, everything's way different now.
So we'll go ahead and show you what we got, and we'll talk a little bit about it later.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a
Exceeded by his infamy.
I looked evidently threw an unconscious bat on the stage, and he thought it was a rubber bat, whatever, and he picked it up and bit the head off.
And Sharon's going, "Tell me it's real." I'm going, "What?"
Long stem roses all the way to your heart, but he needs to start with your head. Satin sheets are very romantic. What happens when you're not in bed? You deserve the best in life, so if the time isn't right, then move on. When I'm watching my TV, and a black girl comes on and tells me how tight my skirt should be, she didn't tell who to be, baby. I got my identity. Everybody comes to Hollywood. They wanna make it in the neighborhood. They like the smell of it in Hollywood. How could it hurt you when it looks so good? Yo, 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 who that be?
Because when she gets on that stage, she holds nothing back. That spotlight, that big, round, deep spotlight follows her wherever she goes. Sometimes I think it follows her home. I know it does.
It's been 2 years since I let you go. Couldn't listen to a joke or rock and roll. Muscle cars drove a truck right through my heart.
Fans, my Smilers for making this happen, and Terry Richardson for putting this together. You know, I couldn't fit this award in my bag, but I did find this, so thank you guys very much. Good night, everybody. Thank you. EMAs, thank you for having me. I love you all so much.
So yeah, back in the 50s, Elvis was considered vulgar and suggestive, and look at the times now.
Yeah, I definitely would not, if watching Elvis's clip, I definitely wouldn't say that that is as sexual as they say that it was, you know?
Right, I mean, checking out Miley and, you know, the other people on there, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, like, now you're lucky they're wearing clothes on stage.
Yeah, like anything goes. It's 2013.
Yeah, and I mean, if they, you know, move their hips a little bit on stage, it's pretty normal now. Back then it wasn't.
Yeah, just imagine what kind of brainwashing we're all going through.
Exactly. Like, it's totally okay if you're half naked on stage.
Like, the more the merrier.
The more skin, the better.
Yeah.
It's basically what our society has come to.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
little bit extreme, though, don't you think?
I would say Miley is definitely extreme, but then again, it's all for the press.
Yeah, she's definitely... She knows how to get her views.
She knows how to get her views, and she knows how to get her name talked about. Like, I think her name has been in the mouths of almost all the Americans lately.
Definitely. Ever since the VMAs, really. She's just been keeping us going and going with all these headlines about all the things that she's been doing.
Definitely has a system.
Mm-hmm. She knows what she's doing.
And she's great. And with that, we're going to go into a commercial break, and we'll be back.
The game is in like 10 minutes. I need my Jeff Spirit wear now. We got you covered, ma'am. Here you go, ma'am. Thank you so much. You're welcome. That was so fast. MSA, we do everything fast. Oh, great. Bye. Bye.
So with me and Jenny having our own show, and we're kind of making our own videos on our own side time, we constantly feel like we are being watched by Big Brother, if you will, with our cameras and everything. And so it's become quite a thing for schools to be watching students online.
That's right. Actually, now a lot of schools are looking at social networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter to be monitoring the bullying that's going on, like cyberbullying, and just kind of the things that students are saying online. Is it an invasion of privacy?
I would think it would be. I mean, I can understand like an employer looking at your Facebook page like one time just to background check you.
Right.
But if your school's going to be checking up on you like 3 times a week, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that might just be...
Are we going to start paying people to be Facebook scrolling all day?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen.
I wouldn't either. And some of our students have the same views, so let's see what our students had to say.
My opinion is if somebody's stupid enough to post something that references back to them doing illegal activities and or something they could get in trouble in on something that's so public, then I don't think it's the school's job to get them in trouble, but I think they should be willing to take the risk to get in trouble for it.
I think it's kind of an invasion of privacy, but at the same time I think it's kind of good because they can figure out, like, if kids who are in sports are like doing illegal things or things that they shouldn't be doing, then they can figure that out. And kind of the same thing as what Aiden said, I think it's kind of, if you're stupid enough to do it, just like don't put it on social networking because it's public and anyone can see it, and it's just pretty much a no-no.
I don't like that. I feel like that's an invasion of our privacy, and we're teenagers, we post stupid things, but I feel like the school shouldn't be monitoring that.
Thanks to the students that talked to us about the issue, and I mean, they all have some pretty good points there.
They really do, and we're going to go back and do a few more commercials, and we'll be back. And as we wrap up the show this week, we're going to give you 2 more headlines. One of them being Catching Fire premiere.
November 22nd, Catching Fire is making its big premiere all over.
Exactly, so may the odds be ever in your favor because the Hunger Games are in session.
I'm super excited.
And secondly, there's some commotion going on with Samantha Hess. It's a name you probably haven't heard yet, but you might soon, because she is a professional cuddler from Portland, Oregon.
That's right, and she actually gets paid to cuddle.
$60 per hour.
Yeah, to cuddle with Samantha Hess.
She says a lot of her clients are depressed or are single parents, and she says that it's a nice job and she isn't living off of it yet, but she hopes to in the near future.
You know, that would probably be a super easy job. I mean, like, hey, let's cuddle for like a couple hours.
Might also be really weird.
Yeah.
Imagine the people you meet.
Super creepy.
Super creepy.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're going to end our Saturday morning show. Thank you for joining us this week.
And we'll see you next Saturday.
See you.
By our next album.
Our album's been